interested in making money, and I don't see myself as a businessman. I'm an environmentalist and I'm trying to change the world, and football is a great way to do that. It's a way to address an audience. I've taken the environment message into the most unlikely place that you can imagine, into the world of football, and I've said to football fans, don't eat that, you know, and we've changed the shirt, the badge, you know, we've brought all sorts of technology here, and we're saying you need to change how you live.
Got drains going across the pitch, and they go into bigger ones which go down the throw lines, and what it does, it meets in that corner and then it fills up that tank, so all my rainwater goes in there and it then gets put back on the pitch. I can tap the mains, but the mains isn't a very big pipe in, plus the water around here is very hard, so what you'll find is if I use any of the mains water, A, it's costly, we'd like to keep costs down, but B, it contains a lot of the salt to make the water softer. So sometimes by putting a lot of that on the pitch, you're not helping water, you're just dehydrating it even further. So I use things like seaweeds, metallic salts, molasses, carbohydrates, and I try and keep the pitch hydrated that way, opposed to pumping the irrigation on with lots of mains fed water.
Where does the seaweed go? How do you put the seaweed on the pitch?
It's cold pressed. I make sure that everything I buy is sustainable. So it's harvested in the Outer Hebrides, northern Scotland, just off the Gulf Stream. It's sickle scythed, 7 inches from the stone, then brought back in. It's just milled with fresh water, and then that's it. And then it's put here, and I put it in my tank, and I'll spray it on. But yeah, I have to also look at the products I'm getting, where I'm getting it from. Is it a sustainable source? Is it no animals, treated intestines or anything? I'm not at home very often, being a groundsman, you think of time at home. So we were there lying in bed and it's 2:30 and my phone was beeping. I just flicked it, as in it's probably someone calling, and it kept going off, and I flicked it again, and then eventually my partner elbowed me very hardly and aggressively in the midriff and said, "Who is effing messenger at this time?" And then I looked at it, put the code in, so it's the robot, and she was having none of it. So from 2 o'clock in the morning we argued till about 6, 7.
No, I'm gonna land. Right, yeah, put forward like that. Charlotte's right there. Brilliant.
Everything's changed, you're right. Firstly, you can't smoke, so the fire risk is gone. Secondly, I think the seats used to be made of wood, didn't they, in Bradford days. And actually, stadia also weren't designed back then for quick evacuation. So our new stadium, for example, like this one, will be designed to be capable of being emptied in a matter of minutes. You didn't have that at Bradford, and so people were trapped by the fire. The timber that we'll use is treated to be fire retardant, and it's actually safer than these steel girders in a fire, because at a certain temperature these will collapse whereas wood will char, and so our stadium will be made from wood but safer than stadia like this that are made from steel and concrete, which is counterintuitive but correct.